Welcome everybody, boys and girls. Good to see you all. How are we? Good. Anybody got a grumpy coach? No. If you need a grumpy coach, I'm your man. Alright? Just in case. Alright. Welcome here today. Good to see you all. Firstly, thank you for playing rugby for Britannia. It's an honour and a privilege to serve you, and for you to be able to play for this club. One day you'll understand. Not quite now, but one day you will understand. No, it's fantastic. It's been a bit of a funny old year with the COVID thing going around and all the things we've had to do. We had a bit of a late start this year and we had an early finish. Normally we play about 15 or 16 games. This year we've only managed to have 11, but we had 11 games, which was better than having no games. So I'm really glad that you all got to play rugby this year and have a good time. I'm sure you all had a good time and enjoyed yourselves and learned something and made some new friends, so that's the most important thing. Alright. Obviously all your coaches and managers have done a lot of hard work this year to turn you into future 100 Premier game rugby players for Britannia, which is great. Men's and women's will all be that if we want. So like all you kids, give your coaches a round of applause. So what we'll do is we'll just go through the teams and I'll call up one of the coaches and they'll present their most improved and most valuable player for the team. Then at the end of that, I'll say a few more things that you won't understand. And then we'll be able to go through into the lounge area and your coaches will pick up your loot bags and take you outside and hand them out to you. Alright? So, hope you enjoy what's in there. I'm sure you'll like some of it. There's no fitness regimes in there printed out or anything like that for you, so you'll be alright. You'll just have the chocolate instead, you'll be okay. Alright? Obviously, the club's run, we have our sponsors and all that sort of thing that help us run the club so that you guys can play your rugby. So on the front of the t-shirts for you guys, the Tony ones, you've got King Toyota. If you want to buy a good vehicle, you go and see King Toyota, alright? Don't go and buy a Ford, buy a Toyota. Alright? I've got one, you're good? Alright, good. Alright. Typical, eh? My nephews. Typical. I'll deal with them later. Alright. So we'll just get on with it. Oh no, firstly, this esteemed gentleman here is Mr. Robbie Dugan. I know it's hard to believe, but when I first started playing rugby here, he was one of my coaches. So we're good friends and have been for 40 years. A long time. So hopefully you guys will form those sorts of friendships with other players, or maybe your coach, or someone like that. And that will help you through life as well, not just with your rugby, but you'll know some good people. If you want some money, that guy over there, he's a good guy to go to. Richard, he'll be able to give you a loan. Alright, so we'll get on with it. Robbie, can you get on and say a few nice words?
I just want to say, Double just said before about Britannia rugby, you go anywhere in the world, you kids when you get a bit older, everyone knows Britannia rugby. There's the jersey, you'll see it everywhere you go. If you're ever going away anywhere, where your rugby club jersey, people will know who you are. It's like today, look, all of you can't be winners, but you're all heroes for being Double, everyone here. And to all the ladies in all our committee, the junior committee, been fantastic. Would you give the junior committee a big round of applause too, please? And for Double, the man who runs the club here, the amount of work he puts in is just unbelievable. And just give him a round of applause.
So we'll go on with the award board, so we'll start with under 8 Tony Engineering. If you can hold this little device while you're talking, you'll be recorded for posterity.
So good season this year. All you guys played really well. It's awesome. I think we probably lost 2 games the whole season. It was a really good year, first year tackle. Our MIP this year started off not knowing too much about rugby, but as the season went on, did really well. It's great.
If you guys can go, you should take a photo.
And our MVP this season, I think we scored a try every game and he's made some awesome cover tackles, is Bo.
So, under 18 Toyota.
Right. Firstly, thank Ben and his lot, because we sort of looked each other out a bit with numbers wise. So Billy and the guys that played for us quite a bit. Thank you guys, you did an awesome job. To my boys, pretty awesome season, Only dropping 1 to Blimmin Hut Old Boys in our second last week. 10 versus 7, so we did pretty well to only drop it by 5 points. We'll go most improved this year. This kid grew every week. Became one of the best tacklers, best passers. That goes to Xavier. Right, and this guy, our MVP scored over 50 tries for us this year. Sounds like he was warhide, but he probably distributed 75 tries. Great defender. And it cracks me up, he's a bit scared to play tackle this year, and he was probably the best tackler as well. MVP, Dougie.
Okay. Next up, under 8 Nine Ripper. Obviously, this is a new initiative from the union this year to get the kids that aren't wanting to play tackle rugby to play, and it's been great. I've seen a few games this year for both of the teams that we've got on the club, and it's been really good to see some great skills and some good teamwork going on. So well done, kids. Really well done. Right.
G'day. Yeah, this is my first year of coaching, so it's been a challenge, but it's been good. Really good, great bunch of kids who all turned up and all played really, really well. Our season has been quite tight. The games have been pretty challenging in terms of the opposition, because it's with the mixed grade, there's quite a lot of difference, but they're all really well. For our most improved player, this person, she was a very strong player in the sense that she is always tough during the games and continuing on when it's really hard, whether she's tired or injured, etc. They've grown a lot this year to score quite a lot of tries and rips and become quite a rock of the team. And that is Abby Hannaford. And our MVP, this person has been he's a very talented player in our team. He's scored lots of tries, but as the season's progressed, they've become a leader of the team and helped the other players because of the age difference, etc. And that is Tomas Scott.
Okay, so there we go to under 9 Ray White.
Thank you, you guys, for making the season happen. And the ladies outside, thank you. Lots of effort, and I mean, this all those emails. We've had a really fun season. Like all the other guys, it's been awesome to see where the teams come from last year and what they've done this year. And I think a really big step up in their energy, and a lot of the guys playing together and enjoying each other's company, which is the main thing for my money. So we've got 2 awards. Obviously, we've got the most valuable player. So this person in our team was in the middle of everything. So whether we had the ball, he was strong running with the ball. Whether we were tackling, he never let anybody past, and he was always a strong tackler. He also was a really good organiser and got the whole team moving. So our most valuable player is Tomasi Scott. Where is the player? Oh, he's coming down to me. And our most improved player, so we think most improved, where have they come from last year to this year and along the season? We think this guy threw his 26 kilos into everything he had all year, didn't matter whether he was tackling, and he grew heaps as a tackler, became really brave, and he ran the ball like a bit of a demon too, through the odd side step in there. And we thought his growth from last year to this year was awesome, and that goes to Nixon. Thanks, guys.
And Richard, number 10.
To our team, mate, like all played really well. Good season. We enjoyed coaching it, but we have to make some decisions. So our most valuable player was Jacob. And then our most improved player at 23 kgs, I think, was Toto.
Okay. So that's that, short and sweet. As I said at the start, I hope you've all enjoyed the rugby season. The thing now is to go away and you might play a little bit of cricket or a little bit of softball or some touch rugby or whatever over the summer. That's real good. Thing to think about is coming back next year. Because backing up the following year is always the best part. All right, that's what we're here for, to provide sport for you guys. We love doing what we do so that you guys can play rugby. Because well, me and Robbie certainly, not so much the ladies, but we played from when we were 4 and 5 years old until we were old men. And we loved it, and that's why we do what we do. And we want to instill that in you kids and hope that you enjoy it and over the years get back to the club and to the game. So enjoy your summer. Make sure you look after mum. If you do, life will be a whole lot sweeter. Alright? Don't worry so much about Danny, he can take care of himself. Alright, just get his beer out of the fridge for him. That's what you got to do. Alright, we are losing these 2 ladies over here, Kristen and Susan. They're leaving our committee this year. They're the ones that do most of the work and keep me in order so that I know what I'm doing. So I'd like you all to give them a round of applause. Doing a really good job as well. We're very lucky in our club that we've got good people doing a lot of good work. All right. So as I say, have a good summer, and we look forward to seeing you all again next year. All right. So guys, if you want to grab your teams, just file through. There's blue bags out there. Just go into your teams, and the ladies there will sort it out for you. afternoon, everybody. How are we all? Good. Welcome to prize giving for this year. Short and sweet, unfortunately, due to the fact that we don't want to get sick. All right, but that's okay. The good thing is we played some rugby this year. Well, I think it was 11 games. Normally we play about 15 or 16, so it was a little bit shorter than normal. But the good thing was we did get to play some rugby, and I've been around the fields and watched a few games of the different teams. Been very impressed with what I've seen. Some great skill. Saw you guys play out at Alex Moore Park, I think it was, one Friday night. Great game. Well done on what you were doing there. Fantastic stuff. So, as I say, it's been short and sweet, but the things that don't change is coaches and managers still have to do a lot of work to make things happen for you guys so that you get to play your rugby or your ripper. So I'd like you all to put your hands together and give them a round of applause. All right, so what I'll do is I've got this lovely gentleman behind me, Mr. Robbie Dugan. He's the president of our club. So he's going to say a few words to you guys first, and then we'll get on with the prize giving.
Hello everyone, it's good to see everyone here. This is the third lot we've had, with the same speeches coming out every time. It's a new one for you. But as I just said before, everyone can't win. But to all us, the committee, everything, you're all the heroes to us for playing rugby and playing probably for the greatest club in the world, not in New Zealand, in the world. You can go anywhere in the world, if you wear a Petone jersey, someone will know you. So all I'd say is, I'd like to congratulate those winners, but don't be downhearted. Come back next year and do a bit of more training. Get in. Also, I'd like you to put your hands together for the junior committee, the people who are here, who have done a fantastic job. And for our club captain, who also is the club captain of the older teams as well, so the amount of work he does. He just reminded me before that when he joined the club, I was his coach his first year when he came in. So it's a long time ago. So I'd like you to get your hands, put your hands together for double, please.
Thank you, Robbie. Yeah, 40 years ago. I didn't look like this 40 years ago, but there you go. I looked a bit more like you guys look. A little bit bigger though. I didn't have this, but that's okay. It's well earned and well paid for. Right, so what we'll do is we'll get on with prize giving. After we have prize giving, the coaches will take you through into the lounge. There's a loot bag for everybody, something to enjoy. There's a fitness regime in there so that you've got to follow over the summer, so that next year you're all fit and healthy when you come back. All right, so if you don't know it, there's a place over there called Korokoro Hill. You've got to learn to run up and down that a couple of times. You'll be fine. Any questions on that? No? No, sorry, don't take any questions. What's it? Yeah, I'll be on the bike, out front. No problem at all. The motorised one. All right, so we'll get straight into the prize giving then. So first up, under 10, mitre 10. Huge. And you need to hold on to this while you're speaking, please.
Okay. Oh, yeah, thank you. Cool. So something short from me. So great season, obviously disrupted, but we put our vote to the parents, and the parents have voted. It was very tight, but our most improved player of the year was a kid that's fairly new to rugby and improved week in, week out, and that's Gus. Good on, Gus. Yeah, buddy. Oh, Gus. Go photo, bud. And our most valuable player, again, very, very tight in the voting. And again, could have gone to anyone. But the person who won it from our team is Zach. So well done, Zach. Congrats, buddy. Here you go. Go with your photo here. No worries.
Okay, next up we've got King Toyota, John.
King Toyota, yeah.
Hold on to that. Speak loud and clear.
Good. Well, we had a great season, didn't we, guys? Really big improvements. But the person who did the most improving which one's the most? Oh, there we go. The person who improved the most really stood out. He got into the rucks, always won the ball, got his hands on it. It was a fantastic effort. Lucas, well done, most improved. Yeah, one there. Oh, this one here, sorry, Lucas. There we go. Okay, and the best player, he was a forward. He stole so much of the opposition ball. Awesome, all year round, Finnegan.
Okay. Well done, guys. Next up, we've got Petone Engineering, which is Mr. Molinar here. See, this guy here, fellas and girls, if you look up there on that board up there, he's up there. If you ever play 100 games for our Premier team, you go up there. Mr. Smith's there. Mr. Molinar's there. They've played over 200 games. So they're long in the tooth. They're good Petone men, and that's what we can aspire to be. What can you say, Liz?
And I still don't know all the rules. We did a similar thing. We put it out to the parents for a bit of a vote, and again it was pretty close. But choice here, we decided most improved was Boston. Wait, mate. Okay, get your picture. And our most valuable player was someone that did a lot of work all round, running, tackling, cleaning rucks and just working hard all the time. That's Toby Brown.
Well done, mate. Okay, the new stuff, the Ripper grade that got brought on this year by the union is a new initiative for the kids that didn't want to play tackle. The grades have grown from last year to this year, and no doubt it will grow again next year. But as I say, I've watched a couple of games. I definitely saw you guys out at Alex Moore, and I was really, really impressed with what you guys were doing. It was great. The whole team played really well that particular night, so well done. So we can come and have a speak on that one.
Thank you. Excellent. No, very good. Thank you. I think at the start of the year we only had about 2 or 3 players about a week before the comp started, so we sort of managed to grab players from other teams and even clubs and brothers and sisters. So it was a real enjoyable season and good mixture of boys and girls and all that. So hopefully, the grade continues, and next year there's an under 12, 13 rip, and even some of the other kids who play tackle on Saturdays because we play Friday nights. It's a really good game to be involved in. So I just want to, think our team has been a great season. Thank the committee as well, especially Kirsten, sending out all the comms and that. She's been fantastic and just keeping us in the loop with everything. So I know you guys put in a lot of effort, so awesome. Thank you very much. So our team, it was pretty hard. As I said, there's been some very good players this year, but someone whose shelf's certainly going to be pretty full tonight because he's already got an award from earlier today. Our MVP goes to Zach Fittis. So. Sounds like he's converted his ripper skills into tackle as well, so fantastic. Well done, mate. Excellent. Our MVP, it was pretty hard again because there was some fantastic performances and so many of the kids sort of really stepped up and went from strength to strength. But she's not here today, but it went to Casey Hurley, so I'll give her that when she gets back. So excellent. But thank you. Excellent. Cheers.
Cheers. All right, we'll move up to under 11 Petone Engineering. John.
Good afternoon, everybody. This team, we came together as a unit for our second season, but we were redesigned with a few new players thrown into the mix, and they really made a massive difference, to be fair. Really impressed with the way that this team stepped up as well this season. If you looked at our ledger, it doesn't look that impressive. We had 1 win out of the entire season, but what you don't see when you look at that is that a number of games, including the last 3, we were within 2 points of winning and running on bare bones against teams that had multiple subs. So super proud of the effort and certainly the way that you held your heads high and always finished strong. So super impressed. Thanks again to the committee, doing a fantastic job. and makes it so much easier for us as coaches when we've got such great support in the background doing all the hard work. Most valuable player this year, it was a tough one. Again, we had so many kids that stepped up, and the trick with it was that those that delivered week in, week out really made a difference. And we did have injuries through the season, so for kids that weren't able to complete a relatively short season, it's tough. But anyway, our most improved goes to Jake. And MVP once again, very, very difficult to pick between kids. A number of kids that stepped up, and that just showed in the calibre of play, and again the consistency. This year, our MVP goes to Storm. Congratulations.
And of course, might attend Dan.
G'day everybody. Oh yeah, might help me. Hey, yeah, just reiterating the fact, thanking the junior committee for all the hard work they do. Even you kids turning up week in, week out, it's not easy for you guys under COVID conditions or that sort of thing. Our team, my midfield, 2 broken fingers within 2 weeks was a bit hard, but we muddled through, and even one came back when he shouldn't probably have. And has been playing well, so well done, guys. Our most improved this year has been one of my standouts probably for the last 3 years. He's grown into just running hard, tackling hard, and playing hard, and doing it fairly. And yeah, I can't overlook him this year, and it's Charlie. Well done, mate. Sure. Our MVP this year, again, another kid I've had basically from our first year through. The work ethic this year, practice during the games, running, tackling, passing. He's stepped up his game, and it's well deserved this year, and that's Max. Well done, mate.
Cheers, Dan. Okay, a couple more to go. So for you guys at your level, we start introducing back and forward of the year for the grade. So this is where the coaches have to sit down and have a discussion, and it's hard because they don't get to see everybody all the time. So they're never, it's a bit of, not guesswork, but it's a lot of conversation around who deserves these awards. So you under 10 guys, if you want to come forward. All of you, you all got to shake hands.
This is the back.
Back. See-through to cover it up. Okay, yeah, we got together and had a bit of a chat. We luckily could play against each other a few times, so we could sort of make a bit of a calculated decision on this. But the forward of the year out of the under 10 grade goes to Rico Emner. Thanks, sorry.
Come on, Rico.
Oh, shake
No, that's all right. Yeah, so again, tough decision. All 3 teams have some really, really good players. So again, it was very tricky to pick, but the under 10 forward of the year goes to Finnegan Strickland.
Okay, under 11s. One each. You can go first, Jim.
So yeah, once again, coming up against the other Petone team, really, really tough battle, and we only unfortunately got to encounter that once. But you guys are super strong, and it did give Dan and I some insight as to how you guys play. and really exciting to look at the teams moving forward in the future, so a lot of depth there. Tough choices once again, but the forward of the year goes to Patariki.
Yeah, like John said, we only got the one game, so it's hard to judge off that, but a deserving player throughout the season for us, and that's Edward. Hold the base. Wasn't me. Wasn't me.
Okay, so that's that part over and done with. As I said, I hope you guys have all enjoyed your season. We certainly enjoy putting the season together and, providing the rugby for you guys. As I've said to the other two groups, if you all go home and all look after mum, your life will be a whole lot better. All right? So make sure you're good to your mum. My mum's still, she's 94 now. When we had her birthday last week, it was quite good, actually. She still doesn't mind the odd tipple either, just to be fair. So, hopefully you guys will look after your mum and you'll live a long and prosperous life as well. All right, now, go away, play your summer sport, whether it be touch or cricket or softball or whatever it is. Go and play that, enjoy it, have a good time, and then get yourselves organised and be back here in May next year for another go at rugby. That's what it's all about. That's why these guys sitting around the room all do what they do, is so that you guys can play your games. All right? So go away, have a good summer, and we look forward to seeing you again next year. All right? Just lastly, as we've said, Susan sitting over there and Kirsten hiding somewhere down the back there. They're leaving our committee. They're the two ladies that do a lot of work for us, and they've been really good over a number of years. So I'd like you all just to give them a round of applause, please. All right, so it's time to grab the loot bags on the way out. So if the coaches, if you can just take your teams through one by one, grab your gear, take them outside, and enjoy the rest of the day. Thank you. Right, all good? Okay, afternoon everybody, welcome. Firstly, I'd just like to thank you all for donning the blue and white jersey this year. For me, I didn't play here as a young fella like you guys. I didn't come here till I was 18. I played for the green and black team over the hill when I was a kid. So when I played as a kid, I hated Petone, to be fair, because they were always very good. They were organised, they played well, they knew what they were doing on the field, they were hard to beat, they were hard physically, and it was always a great challenge. And when I came to play here, I learnt about what it was like to be playing for Petone pretty quickly from the guys that I played with when I was playing under 19s and then senior rugby. So hopefully for you guys and girls, you've learnt a bit of that. You're partway on the journey of being a Petone rugby player. The wish is that in the years to come, you'll play more rugby for this club. Some of you will be back next year. Some of you will be moving on to college. But the goal is for us to have you back here in 5 years' time if you are leaving, so that if you haven't gone away to varsity and you're living in Wellington and you're working in Wellington, you come back to this club and you play your rugby for this club. I can tell you that for me personally, rugby has shaped my whole life. All right? So the jobs I've had, the woman I married, the kids I've got, are all through connections of rugby. So it's a life-building experience. You get a lot out of it, but you only get a lot out of it if you put a lot into it. And you guys are fortunate enough to be at a club that wants you to be the best that you can be. So I hope you've all enjoyed yourselves this year. It's been an unusual year with the COVID thing going on. We've had a shorter season than normal by about 5 or 6 games, but we had a season because 3 months ago it didn't look like we were going to play any rugby this year. So fortunately that's happened. And that's happened because these people over here, these ladies, and these guys standing around the room coaching and managing, and your parents behind you, have all made an effort to get you here so that you can be a Petone rugby player. So you should be very grateful for that, and I'd like you all to put your hands together and give them all a round of applause, please. Okay, a lot of hard work goes into the season, as you all know. So we've got sponsors, for our junior section, the main sponsor is King Toyota. For the senior club, it's Mitre 10. And we have a whole lot of other sponsors spread through the club who provide us with money and services so that we can provide rugby for you guys. So if you're out there and you need a Toyota, King Toyota's up in the hut. If you want to book a funeral early, Jan Hickton can look after you. But, they're valuable people to us. If you want to go shopping, Pack and Save's the place to go. All those sorts of things. We've got to look after the people that look after us. So that's what we try to do for you guys. So we hope you've enjoyed yourselves while you've been here, and the ones that are coming back next year will enjoy it for one last time. But the guys that are moving on, you go to your colleges and there's a big gap there where we don't get to see much of you. We've got our Connect Blue program that's going to be up and running, so we stay in touch with the guys that are leaving because we want you to be involved with the club for the next 5 years as well. So there will be things for you guys to come and do and see and go to trainings and have games together. You might not see each other for 6 months or even a year, but if we can get you back together for 1 game of rugby or 2 games of rugby, and you see your old mates, it's well worth the effort. So that'll happen as well. All right. So what we'll do today, we're obviously going to run through, give out some awards, and then we'll, there's quite a few awards to give out. And when we're finished, we'll go through the other room. There's loot bags and bits and pieces in there for all you guys. The coaches will take you through, get all that stuff, and get it out to you. All right. It's a bit different from what we've normally done. Most of you have been to probably 4 or 5 of these prize givings by now, but we'll just get on with it. So Robbie here's our president. He's been involved with this club even longer than I have, as you can tell by the way he looks. So I'll get him to say a few words. Robbie, if you'd like to.
That was nice, Double, thank you.
It's quite all right.
Well, I must admit, I've been in the club now 56 years as a player, administrator, and everything else. And this is what the club means. You put the jersey on Petone. Now, Petone is the best rugby club in the world. There's no doubt about it. You wear a Petone Rugby Club jersey anywhere in the world, someone will know you. Someone will come up and say, you're from Petone. So I'd just like to say what Double said just before. We're all going, a lot of you are going to college next year, but we want you back here after that when you play. You've got Tim coming down from Tularoo, was it Tim? Now, he's been involved in the club, and he'll be a Petone man forever after that, which is, this is what we want to see. So, I'd just like to say, I want everyone to put their hands together for the committee, the junior committee. I think they've been fantastic. And when Double first came to the club, he unfortunately first year. So that's how long ago we've known him, and we've been friends, and we always have our arguments, but they're always good. But
Discussions, Rob.
yeah,
Debates.
But I just think, he is just fantastic for the club, and he just, what the club is about is double here. And this is my last year as president. I've had 3 years, and I've enjoyed every moment of it. And it's been fantastic, and I would just like everyone to put their hands together for Double, for the amount of work he's done and the things he's done for this club.
Rightio. We'll get straight into the awards then. So I'll just call the coaches up to do each team. So we'll start off under 12 Tony Engineering. Chris. You hold on to that as well.
Will do. Just going through. It's been an outstanding year. The kids have such courage, such heart. The pride that they put that jersey on. We've run skinny teams all year round, all through the grade, and every kid's got a heap of rugby in. And every one of these kids has helped out every other team, and the other teams have helped out everyone else. Thank you to the people I coach with, Crane, Chris, Shar, Tui, Taylor. We don't do this alone. But also in this year, thank you to Tim, Ray, Fred, Carl. The community keeps the coaching easy and going well together. We can't do it without our manager. Thank you. Most improved. This kid came out of nowhere. Last year, he was always around. He was just trying to figure out his footing in the game. And this year, he found it. He led us from the front foot. He was an aggressive driving machine from the pods for the forwards. And he owned it himself. He stepped up to himself. He showed up at training every day. The coaches have the bruises on the body to prove it. Most improved? Big R. What? Go for a photo. Cool. MVP for this year. This is a tough one. We got a great group of kids. Talented bunch through and through. MVP this year is the kid we put under the most amount of pressure. We asked him not to be the superstar. We asked him to front up and be Mr. Fix-It for us and slot in everywhere we needed help and to lead it and to be calm about it. MVP for this year, Lockie.
Well done, guys. Under 12 mitre 10, Tim and Carl and Al.
No, I can't. It's that thing.
It's a microphone.
Good girl,
You don't need that. And the stopwatch now.
Go. Hey, thanks, Sue. Thanks, Double and the junior committee. Really appreciate it. Did a lot with Kirsten with all the emails, making sure everything's happening. Did a lot of dealings with Double, and thanks to Robbie for the words there. As Chris said, I think this year for all you guys and girls, you've actually learnt and met a lot more players. Well, all the under 12, more so the under 12s, I suppose. The under 12s know everyone. Everyone knows all the boys and girls in those teams, and as you said, helped each other out. And we certainly appreciate it because I know the 3 teams had along the lines of 15, 16, 17 type numbers, and we thought that was going to be a big problem. And it didn't turn out. It turned out to be great, and it was great in the sense that you got to know a lot more kids. And the coaches got to know a lot more coaches and know a lot better. Most improved for us, it was the same as everyone. It's pretty challenging. We've got some great kids and some great talent, and it's growing strong. Our most improved, I think, started rugby last year. May have been a bit of a push from the mother, and she, Madden, Ria, Madden, come up. So most improved, Madden is a great young lady and she's come along really well. She's getting into the physical stuff. She's a good leader. She's also got the respect of all the rest of the teammates. So well done, Madden. Good stuff. MVP. This one here goes to a young fellow by the name of William Davis. Come on, Will. So Will, he's finishing this year as well, so which is a big shame. So we'll miss Will. But Will's a leader. He's as the others have too, helped out the other teams many occasions on Friday night rugby and Saturday rugby, and really enjoyed it. So we'll miss you, Will. You're a leader, and we'd love to see how you get on at St. Pat's Stream, and when you come back to the Petone Club. Good work, mate.
Okay, under 12 King Twitter.
Stand over here?
Yeah, you can stand wherever you want, right?
Oh, yep.
Hold that.
Is that a microphone, is it? Oh, okay. Fantastic. Lovely. And once again, just to echo the comments from Chris and Tim there with the junior committee, double, and the club. You know, it wasn't the finest year to sort of come out of lockdown and then try and kick off a season, and unfortunately it's a short season, but the tremendous amount of work that's gone in to make it a successful season, thank you very much. It's been seamless from a coaching perspective to just walk in, grab our gear, and everything's organised for you every weekend. And again, here we are at prize giving, and again, you know, it's just running seamlessly. So thank you very much for all the work behind the scenes. Parents, thank you, and especially in the under 12s, because we've asked the majority of players to play, you know, more than one game a weekend, and that's, you know, puts the parents out as well. We take your best laid plans for the weekend, and then we say, well, rugby comes first, and ask you to prioritise that for us. So thank you for all your patience, but all your efforts to try and, I guess, cram as much rugby into the season for our players this year as we could. So kia ora. To the Kings, King Toyota, what a great season. Certainly the type of rugby we were playing at the end of the season is a whole lot different to the way we started the year. And I think, you know, if we were to video some of those games and have a look at them now, just to see you talk, thinking, playing the game as it's going to be played, I guess, for the rest of your careers now. So fantastic effort. You've brought each other along as much as Fred and I have brought you along on the journey as well. So, full credit to you guys for a great season. We'll get to the awards. So our most improved player, this is for us, for Fred and I, we look at the player that's travelled the most through the season, and this player had to travel a long way because this player only came to rugby for the first year this year. So that's Joel Swift. So if Joel, you want to come forward and grab your award. Well done, mate. Just go and grab your photo. And our MVP for this year, this is a player who we've played in just about every position in the back line, but just about every position in the back line in every team in under 12s. So this year it goes to Kays Laulau. Well done, fella. Here you go. Awesome. Cheers, right?
So hold that. Cool. Under 13s. Under 13s, boys, it's been a hell of a year. We rolled into the start of the season, the end of COVID. We had 17 players turn up, under 13 grade, 14 forwards, 3 backs. So we really had to make a piece of it. You guys rounded up some mates, got some more players, so we're now 20 in the team. And we really needed to get ourselves together and learn as a team how to play some rugby. I'm really proud of you. We've come a long way since the start of the season. Probably bookended for me for Johnsonville, where we did let one get away early season, but boy, did we come back at the end of the season and show them how we could play some rugby. So you guys have done really, really well. Thank you again, Junior Committee, Kirsten, all the stuff in the background. Double, when there's a little bit of stuff going on, there's always a conversation with Double, and it is, you do sort it out for us, mate. It's been a pleasure, not only this year, but through the years. It's been a real help. Okay, most improved. So we did have to grow some backs this year, and one of our forward converts to the backs
Slotted in really, really nicely at fullback. And also helped us out in the line-out, as you'll see very shortly. So, most improved this year, Dante Cobb. Top row. Cool. Tony Rugby. Pride, respect, fair play, courage. That's what we play for, that's who we are. And this player who's our most valuable this year has shown that on the field throughout every game. This player, as he plays his game, lifts his mates, lifts his team, gets us going forward, and he's not short of stealing a few balls for us. Actually, even in our last game, showed that he's probably a good fair swap when a fullback's required and Dante's at the line out. He's not too bad at the back there either. So, most valuable player this year, Kingston Hill.
Right, so we'll move on to the back and forward of the year for each grade.
This one here is for the under 12 forward of the year. Just before I do that, I'll just finish off that speech I was doing before. And I seem to have forgot about half the all the management team. So Carl Davis, Alan Willett, thanks guys. Great season, great fun. Belinda and Karen and crew, thanks very much for all the help you've given us and all the work you did. Vanessa's over by the door doing the scorekeeping, and then yeah, thanks very much appreciated. Forward of the year, under 12 forward of the year, and in saying that, would like to also thank My 10 Mega, Petone Engineering, and King Toyota for sponsoring these teams. The forward of the year goes to a young fella who's got huge potential, and as I say, we got to know all these players, and that's why I can speak as well about this fella, and Chris might say a few more words on him, but he has got a lot of talent. He's a forward, he's a loose forward who's also had to play a couple of times on the wing for us, but tackle, tight, Thomas Pritchard. Yeah. I think I'll give you a microphone now.
Yeah. Take care of that shoulder, boy. The Houston Cup. This goes for the under 12 back of the year. If you look on the names on the cup, there's a few pearlers on this cup. This cup doesn't get given out lightly. This year's back of the year, Will Davis. Bring it. Cup for you. Excellent work.
Cool, I just finished off my speech as well. One big thank you from me. Chris Dunn, who has been an absolute legend, coaching the under-12s and rolling in and coaching the 13s on the Wednesday night with us. Boys have really responded really well to your coaching, and it's been a pleasure working with you, man. Cool. All is a business. These cups are impressive. This one here, Lima Sapawanga, first top of the list. So, under 13, back of the year. Now, this one is for the team, boys, because this fella doesn't get all the tries just by himself. When you forwards power it up, this guy is all over the place and just scoring all day. So, back of the year. Do you know who it is, Zion? Who's the back of the year? Lou Perez, get up. Well done, man. What's up, bro? Let's get a trophy. Yes. This one's a bit special, actually. Under 13, forward of the year. This player brings everything to every game. He's a absolute powerhouse. there's this particular moment this year where actually your coaches were just super proud of you, mate, because things got a bit tough in the game. The way you responded and the way the team responded to that with actually courage and the courage to walk away from something that was pretty bad showed exactly the character that you've developed this year, and it actually is a testament to you and the way you're playing the game. So keep that up. So under 13 forward of the year, Kingston Wright. Well done.
Yes. Thank you, gentlemen. Right. We have an award in the club for the juniors called the Excellence Award. It's an award that is not necessarily given out every year. We didn't give it out last year. I'm not sure about the year before, but it's last year, but not the year before. So it's one of those things, you know. It's a very hard thing to choose one kid over another for this sort of thing. But we've had some outstanding kids in the past that have won this award, and we're going to have some outstanding kids in the future, and we've got an outstanding one today as well. So I had to sit down with Andrew Beattie from the junior committee as well, and we got 2 nominations this year, and both absolutely fantastic kids, great rugby players, great leaders, you know, love the game of rugby, just want to be there, want to do it all the time. And it's, you know, it's fantastic to see that sort of thing in these kids, not just those young fellows, other ones that are sitting in the room as well. So, you know, it's very tough, and I personally find it the hardest award to decide because of the excellence in some of the kids we've got and what they do for themselves, for the other kids in the club, and for the club itself in terms of how they represent the club. So, yeah, it's a real tough one. But I'm pleased to say that this year the winner's a fantastic young man, and he's a very good rugby player, which is good to see. But he loves his club and he loves what he does for his teammates. So the winner this year is Leo Van Krimpen. You two want to say something about him? Yeah.
Just on that, LVK is just one of those kids who's just got endless joy for the game. And that, for me, was one of the main things that you just don't see every day. We run our kids ragged, we put them through the mill, and he always keeps up coming, smiling, asking for more. And he doesn't just do it for himself, he brings his teammates with him. He sets our standards. He leads us on the field, he leads us off the field. And yeah, he's a deserving young man. Thank you.
Cool. And just a word from me. He brings a right smile because now's the moment that his dad explained to me that once the rugby season finishes for LVK, it's the waiting for the rugby season starts now. So it's in his blood, and he loves playing for Petone. So well done, mate. Well deserved.
Okay, so moving on, we've still got a few things to get through. Obviously, under 13s and some under 12s are leaving, which means we have coaches that have come to the end of their run as well. I'd like to thank the guys that are going to come up and grab their little gift from us for the efforts that you've put in over the years. I think I'm fairly right in saying that most of you have been here from there to here in terms of the years. And, you know, what can I say? You know, thank you for what you've done for the club and what more particularly you've done for the players. So our 3 leaving coaches that I know about, there might be 1 or 2 others out there that haven't replied to the emails. If you're one of those, just let me know. But you two. And Thank you. Where's he gone? Carl. I knew you were hiding there somewhere. Right. Now, we've got a few players. 31, is it? 31? 35? 30? Whatever. A lot of players that are leaving. So we've got these bags up here. So you two can deal with that.
Oh, Tim as well.
Tim. Call him up and present a bag.
Ballast, locked in. Wellington College. Glasgow Carl. St Bernard's. Hexham Hill. Hutt Valley High. Spin Harrigan. Hibs. Tetina. Ikiwa. St Bernard's. Louisbury's. St Bernard's. We stopped seeing St Bernard's.
Good.
Hutt Valley High. Giovanni Bar. St Pat's.
Yay.
Wiley Brown. St Bennett's. William Billiano. Young. Hutt Valley High. Jacob Wynn. St Bennett's. Kingston Wright. St Bernard's. Liam Poskett, Hutt Valley High. E.I. Morris, Melbourne. Ooh, go here. Hutt Valley High. Don't play for Aussie, bro. Don't play for Aussie. Some new ones? Good group.
LJ Bennett. Joel Swift. Harry, dinner. Mary. Henry Cox. Kieran Aiken. Lockie Amner. Leo Van Crippen. Leroy Grimmer. Harold Snowden. Royden Butler. Ryan Dunn. Theo Vaughan. Thomas Pritchard.
William Davis. Matthew Laurie Watson. Wade Watson. And Madden Hay.
Oh no, he's not here. He's playing league. All right. Okay. Yeah. Will you see them?
Yep.
Yeah, we'll get you to grab them. Yeah. All right. Thanks for that, guys. Yeah, so quite a large group leaving this year, but we wish you all the best for the future and when you get to high school. We, as a club, we still hope to have a presence around the high schools, you know, in the valley. So I'm sure you'll still be seeing Jonesy or someone else along those lines, you know, filling in or helping at the colleges. And of course there'll be the Connect Blue program as well, which you're all more than welcome to be part of. Along with coaches and players leaving, we've got a couple of administrators leaving this year. So 2 ladies in particular who have done a fantastic job for us and supported me in my role as the junior convener. Great people, one from a historical Petone family, one from the Hawke's Bay who probably wishes she never heard of Petone now. But great ladies both, you know, and they've done a fantastic job in their administration roles. They'll be hard to replace, but that's what this club's about, finding the right people to do the right job, so we'll find someone. So if I could just get Kirsten and Susan to come up, and we'll give you a little something. There's a voucher in there as well, so don't lose that. That's the important part. Right, so that we're drawing to a close. It's only the traditional haka left to do, so I'll leave you under 13 boys to sort yourselves out and put the challenge out there.
Levers on this side, stairs on that side. Sort yourselves out.
Tō te koroi! E koroi kaurangi! E koroi mā! Kia kaha! Kia maia! Ui kia mau! Hei! Koroi! Matau e tū ake nei! Nā hauto! Tūtaua kitikoro! Nā te tai o raukaua! Nā te mauna o korokoro! Ia! O tō mā! Whakamaua toia korowai! Toia! Tō te korowai kaurangi, te korowai mā, aha kowai, matau e tūtonu e. Nā hautoa, e apu kawapango.